Hello and welcome back to Custom Craziness. We're continuing our trek through the first round with our 14 versus 3 matchup. Over in the 14 seed, we've got the Barbarians and the Mountain Dwarves. The Barbarians are a swarm and self-destruction faction, whereas the Mountain Dwarves are a very, very slow power boosting faction. And together they form a deck that can slowly snowball in the interim, but when it wants to break bases, it can do so pretty quickly and it makes both halves of the deck a lot more efficient. Over in the 3 seed, we've got Avatar the Last Wind Worker and the Necrodancers. This deck focuses on big multi-scores. This isn't like Astro Terminators where they have the potential to go infinite. They're definitely finite, but they can earn a lot of VP out of nowhere. And that's kind of all they usually need to win a game. You'll see them usually falling behind in the early game, but they can have a very meteoric finish to win the game. All right, let's get right into our first game. As always, we're using our lower risk base deck, and the lower seed is going first. So right off the bat here, we've got a pretty okay hand for Mountain Barbarians. Let's see, the Rainbow Ravager will be good to play as our minion this turn. Ember Mage is something to play in advance of a terminal play. So I think what we can start with is a Rainbow Ravager on Dwarven Stronghold. Yeah, because when we need to, the Brute Champion can cash out the Rainbow Ravager's power somewhere else. Yeah. And we could even put Battle Brew in Stasis to power it up even further. Our action economy is really, really important as Mountain Dwarves, especially our non-terminal action economy. So I think, oh, not 3, just 1. So playing non-terminal actions is really important to them. Okay, got our other Brute Champion, that's nice. Alright, what do we got here? You'll notice a lot of cards in Avatar that want you to have 2 minions there specifically. Uh, yeah, there's kind of a bit of a sub-theme with them. It plays into their double scores because you can leave minions behind to still earn VP. So we're definitely going to start with Water Warper on Dwarven Stronghold. I'm not sure if we should put Train with a Master on it yet. We could also put Curse of the Grim Rapper on either of the minions, but I don't want to put on the Rainbow Ravager because it's very likely that Barbarians will destroy it. Uh, yeah. So we're either playing Train with the Master or no actions at all. I think I prefer to at least play Train with the Master, even though we can't use the talent this turn. Alright. It's not bad. Pretty okay draw. Alright, Stasis counter comes off of this, which means we can place 3 power counters on our minions. And also Dwarven Stronghold is going to give us a power counter for free. Let's see, do we want to place Earthen Mage somewhere? Probably we only need to do that if we're going to break a base this turn. Let's see, we'd be going for Moonlit Clearing probably. Let's see, the Earthen Mage would be 2, Brute Champion would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we can only get to 14. I mean, I guess what we can do is we do all that with the Ember Mage. And next turn, that does get us to 16 power, but it also gives them an opportunity to respond and pick up that VP. It still might not be the worst thing in the world. Uh, hmm. The other option is we play the Ember Mage on Moonlit Clearing in advance of this, because that would be the power we need. Because next turn, let's see, we play Ember Mage and Moonlit Clearing now. That can put a power counter on Rainbow Ravager, give somebody -2 until the start of the turn, and give Rainbow Ravager +2 at the start of the next turn. Then Rainbow Ravager would be a 9, 10, 11, 12. And Brute Champion would be able to solo Moonlit Clearing on its own. Yeah, that'd be 12, plus this is 18. It'd be also Haunted Mansion. Ooh, I like this one. So yeah, we'll do this. Give the Water Warper -2. And we'll plan to give Rainbow Ravager +2 at the start of our next turn. In this early in the game, I think that's pretty safe. If it were a bit later, I think that would be unwise, just because it's a big footprint on Dwarven Stronghold, but for this stage of the game, I think we're likely to get away with it. This obfuscates our target as well. Yeah. Do we want to play Battle Brew? We don't necessarily need to. We could still do it. Hmm. We could still do it. What purpose would that serve? It would give 3 power counters to the Ember Mage, I guess. Because we don't need him on the Rainbow Ravager. Because all of its power counters go on 1 minion only. So I think we can save the second Power Brew. And may as well just remove this from stasis at this point. We'll just draw 2. Ooh, Holy Room. That's nice. That will allow us to get back the Brute Champion we used to solo one of these bases. Because I highly doubt they'll be able to spread out to both of them. Alright. What are we doing now? Dwarven Stronghold has to put a power counter here. Hmm. We do likely want to put a 2 somewhere. It's just a question of where. It's unfortunate that this is going to prevent us from getting value out of Train of the Master for a little bit, but we do need to spread out right now. Getting that ship VP is still important. I'm kind of in. They can do this math and see if they have a Brute Champion, then they can solo Haunted Mansion or Moonlit Clearing. So whichever one they don't go to is probably the one that's going to get scored. So I think they'd rather make it more expensive and put the Water Warper in Haunted Mansion. And I think we'll do Destroy Cabbages on Dwarven Stronghold in preparation to do something with that eventually. Yeah. Ooh, okay, some good hits. Now we have a reason to play Curse the Grim Rapper. Okay. -2 from Ember Mage comes off. +2 for Rainbow kicks in. Gets a power counter from Dwarven Stronghold. I'm gonna miscount this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, maybe I did miscount it. And that's still fine. We can still break either of these bases. Um, yeah, I must have been referencing this number instead of this number by accident. Yeah, that's fine. We can still break whatever base we want. Now, which base do we want to break? We have our pick of the litter. Let's see. Could we go for Dwarven Stronghold theoretically? I don't think so, right? Even if we place the Earth Mage, it's 15, 21. No, we don't have enough. Just barely not enough. All right, so we're just gonna go for Haunted Mansion or Moonlit Clearing, and it's just a question of which one. I'm actually sort of inclined to do Haunted Mansion. Well, okay. If we do Moonlit Clearing, just this stuff is more than enough to break it. We do have Holy Rune, so we can get back the Rainbow Ravager. And then we can use a second stasis counter to get back the Brute Champion after we score the base. So yeah, there's no reason to do Haunted Mansion right now. This does mean, well, actually no, that's not true. There would still be a reason to play Battle Brew because we can use Earthen Mage to receive the power. And then after that, let's see. If we go for Haunted Mansion our next turn, after that, we would have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus this is 13. We'd need 5 more power to come from somewhere. That doesn't seem likely. In which case, we should probably just hold off on that and not play Battlebrew. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just play Holy Rune. Give it 3 stasis counters. Alright. It gives us an extra action, but not much we can do with that. We'll play Brute Champion to destroy the Rainbow Ravager. This is basically just a pseudo movement. It's worth 10 power. There isn't another minion we can top deck, unfortunately. That's okay. The Brute Champion will get 10 power. Holy Rune will return the Rainbow Ravager to our hand by removing a stasis counter from it. Moonlit Clearing would proc, but we don't have a minion to place it on. That's okay. And like I said, I think we're not playing in action. So I think we're just going to go with this. Moonlit Clearing scores. Nothing these guys can do about it. This doesn't move you to the scoring base. Yep. And we'll use Holy Rune. You can only do it after one or more minions go to the discard pile, so we can't recruit both of these guys, but that's fine. Okay. And we'll draw 2. Ooh, Flame Rune. That's the rare Mountain Dwarf card that gives us power the turn we play it. Also a good combo with Earth Mage. Let's see. What do we do now? We have to do this. No, this breakpoint goes up again. I think we play Curse the Grim Rapper on the next minion that lands anywhere, probably. It's hard because with Barbarians, self-destruction, you gotta be a little bit careful. But we don't want to play Grim Fandango yet. We're going to play these two cards in the same turn, probably. So I think we're going to play Fireflexer on Dwarven Stronghold for now. And we can use Train of the Master. Put a power counter on it. Doesn't have the power yet, so keep it secluded for now. We're not going to use Destroy Cabbages yet. We don't need to. And there's no action necessarily want to play yet. I think that's good. Okay. Ooh, Hip Hopper. This is really good with the Water Warpers. It'll allow us to jigsaw our minions around much more effectively. Stasis counter comes off with this. It's not going to be very useful now. It did its job already, though. Can we go for that? Like, place Earth Mage. It gets a power counter, so that's 11 out of 22. We can play Brute Champion as a blank 6, and that 17 Flame Rune would be 20 out of 22. No, we could almost do it. It's actually kind of funny. If we had played Battle Brew, we actually would be able to. That's kind of funny. Hmm. What we could do is place the Earthen Mage to start getting power counters anyway. And then we have another body to distribute things amongst. And what was our replacement base? Cedar Grove. Okay. Or She Grove, as I recently learned. Such a strange pronunciation. Mm, yeah, I think I kind of like this idea. Place it anyway to start receiving power counters. We can just play this, it's fine. I'm debating whether to play this or this turn. Mm, with the amount of stuff that's over here, I'm kind of inclined towards playing Battle Brew though. In fact, thinking this through, since we can't break the base this turn, I'm actually kind of wondering if we shouldn't put Earth Mage there, because we want to be able to react if they score Dwarven Stronghold. So maybe we hold off on that. We use our normal minion play to play the Rainbow Ravager again, and play Battle Brew. Because if this gets scored, we can still use Battle Brew with Earthen Mage, so it won't be a complete loss. Yeah, hedging our bets a little bit. Alright. And this will keep the breakpoint up. Oh, finally. Alright, cool. Alright. So our turn, we get a power counter over here to decrease the breakpoint more. Can they break the space? They might be able to. If we can get this solo, that would be very nice. Let's see, so just thinking that through. We're gonna hold off on this for a little bit. We would want to play Grim Fandango and Curse of the Grim Rapper. And it's not like either of these do anything anyway, otherwise, so it just does this math work out. So we got Train of the Master, we can activate the power counters. Curse of the Grim Rapper. We're not going to hold the Store of the Treasures yet. We can do Destroy Cabbages for 19 out of 21. Put them on Grim Fandango. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can score the base though. Okay, so hold off. Hold off on both of these. So we should probably play Hip Hopper this turn. I'm debating where we want to play it. Hmm. Yeah, we can score the base actually, but we can't do so as a solo. We would need to use wind technique to move over the Water Warper, which is very inefficient. Is that? Yeah. If we put that in monster mode, then we would still need to leave a Water Warper behind for for presence, and we would lose the Hip Hopper. It's not the worst thing ever though. Can we break She Grove? And just leave a Hip Hopper there anyway? Or leave a Water Warper there anyway? Let's think. We do want to leave something on another base for Firefighter. We can accomplish that with Wind Technique anyway. Hmm. Let's think. If we leave a bunch of stuff on Dwarven Stronghold, would we be able to counterpunch instantly with Haunted Mansion or She Grove? We don't want to put Curse the Grim Rapper there. It's just going to get destroyed with no loss of power even. Yeah, I think we just need to plan to bide our time. And potentially get a double score of Haunted Missions in She Grove next turn. That'll help offset our losses a little bit. So we can play Hip Hopper here. I'm debating whether or not to put it in monster mode, because that'll be 15 out of 22 versus, well, it would be much closer to breaking. It would be a 13 power, but we're planning to move a lot of it away. If we put it in monster mode, we have to leave more minions behind on Dwarven Stronghold, is it the thing? Hmm. I should probably use Destroy Cabbages. Maybe I just do a command. We activate these power counters. We do Destroy Cabbages. Destroy itself. We can leave the Fire Flexor behind. In which case we should probably do this. Yeah, and then at the start of the next turn, these guys will move over to Dwarven Stronghold for 17 total power. It's not bad. If they can still save stuff, that'd be excellent. But if they can't, then it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, because it's not like we can put this down out of nowhere. And again, we don't want to put it on Rainbow Raptor. And what we could do instead is play Grim Fandango and Curse the Grim Rapper on one of our own minions. That doesn't use Grim Fandango very well. Like, I may as well just play Curse of the Grim Rapper by itself at that point. Which I can still do. You know what? Sure, I can still do that. Put it on Fire Flexor. You know what? I think it's usually better to stack this stuff. That minion's not getting destroyed. It's too big. And what did we get? Potion of Idiotic Bravery and Dungeon Rulebook. Cool. Yeah, we can definitely insta-break something if they go for it. Cool. Okay. Yeah, one of Necrodancer's centerpiece cards. Alright, cool. Get this. We'll do Dwarven Stronghold first. Well, I guess the breakpoint doesn't so much matter. So it doesn't matter particularly what order we do this in. Yeah, we can definitely rise to the challenge here. That's not an issue. Oh, we have to move these over. That was the whole point of doing this. This, I'm not as certain about. We might still be able to. Especially with Brute Champions. The question is, do we need to place Earth Mage or not? And yeah, there's no point in us actually destroying Rainbow Raptor, because we're just going to attack Dwarven Stronghold instead. Unless we can go for something else for free? Well, let's see, this is 6. 6, 12, 14, 17 at most. Ouch. Oh, no. Yeah, we have Crush Sun. So yeah, we're just going to go for Haunted Mansion instead. Oh, can we do that without the Earth Mage so we can keep presence on Dwarven Stronghold? That would be even better. Now let's do the math. If we need to put Earth Mage on Dwarven Stronghold, as long as we don't gain any information, we're okay. Sharks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to think what's more power. Yeah, Crush Sin doesn't actually help in that regard because we don't have another 2 to play it with and we can't draw any cards. I'm wondering if there's a better 2 we can pull with attack. And put Ember Mage on top of her deck. Let's see if we do flight. We also have a minion power 2 or less on Haunted Mansion, which can be Crush Sin, I guess. So that's 14. Whatever we pull with attack would have to add 4 power. Yeah, let's just see if there's anything that would do that. I have a feeling there's not, but we could do Smash Princess, but that removes our presence on Dwarven Stronghold and defeat the point of putting the Earth Mage in there in the first place. No, no, doesn't look like it. If that's the case, we should probably just put the Earthen Mage there anyway. Yeah, we haven't gained that information, we're just looking at our options. We know that the Ember Mage is on top, but other than that, we don't know anything about our deck. And we just play Flame Rune. Oh, and the Crush Sim. We do have to do that. Would it have been cheaper to do? Well, there's no point in doing Shegrove because they don't have any VP. Yeah. There's no way we could have done this without. Hold on, there's no way we could have done this without. Does Smash Princess do again? Yeah, it's only power 2 or less. That's so strange. I don't think there's any way for us to do this without destroying the Ravager. Oh, we need to put an Ember Mage on top. Yeah, I don't think there is a good way to be more efficient about that, unfortunately. Yeah. So they got another 3 VP solo. It's not guaranteed that these guys will be able to do Dwarven Stronghold because the hip hopper has to move away. Even so, we're gonna bury this on She Grove instead. Ooh, the Forge. Draw 2. We love TTS Flag Spikes. Okay. Hip hopper must move away. Move it to the Forge, I guess. Well, we could move it to the Grove and break the Grove pretty easily, I think. Yeah, we have to receive a power counter from Dwarven Stronghold first as well. These are both mandatory events, so we can put them any order we want. So that's taken care of, actually. Neat. Okay. So we can plan to use. We can do Train of the Master first of all. We can plan to use some stuff to break Dwarven Stronghold. We could go for the forge as well, but it's a very expensive VP to breakpoint ratio. So I think we can just settle for the double. Yeah, because once we get to phase 3, we move everything except one of the water warpers over to Dwarven Stronghold. And that's what? It's going to be 12. Yeah, 12, one of which has power counters. So that's 17 out of 22. I mean, we would get this stuff as well. New Potion of Idiotic Bravery. This is actually more like 12, 15, 20. Wish we knew what base was next, because then it could make sense to play an Earth Elevator. It's 15 out of 22. Well, that'll be 20 out of 22. Well, okay, we can do this with Dwarven Stronghold instead. And that's all the power we would need on Dwarven Stronghold as well. Yeah, we can just settle for the double score and figure out something to do with our regular plays. Like, we can use both our win techniques to save some minions from Dwarven Stronghold as well. Just leave, like, the Hip Popper or something. Yeah. Then we can play, like, the Earth Elevator on Forge for a future counter of some kind. Probably a power counter. Maybe a draw counter. I don't think we need reshuffle counters, though. Yeah. Definitely do this. Maybe do Dead Jive. Put some stuff on the Forge. What twos are in our discard pile? We're about to have a Water Warper in our discard pile and a Hip Popper. So Heavy Flosser will be primed, especially if we discard the Hip Popper. Yeah, I think we can draw this one and discard this one. So we play one monster. Or one undead monster. Nope. Nope. There we go. Yeah, we'll put that on the Forge. Yeah, that triggers the Forge, doesn't it? So we get two counters. So we got a draw and a power counter. Cool. Now the Grove will score. Play the Treasures. Well, we'll play Potion of Idiotic Bravery. Well, we just have to play it. I don't know. I don't know whether this forces us to destroy. Yeah, we can use it to destroy the curse. Worst case scenario. We probably do have to do it, but we can just use it to destroy the curse. That's fine. Push into idiotic bravery. We use wind technique to move the hip popper away, and the water warper follows. We leave that one behind for Siega Grove's reward. Huh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How did I miscount this again? Okay. Clearly what I can do is just play this Earth Elevator here instead and not get a draw here. Because I should be able to do math. And there's nothing they could possibly have that would affect this. Okay. Me being dumb and not knowing how to do math. Okay. She-Grove scores +1, -1. Ooh, can they do that? Three. Use wind technique. Move this. This falls. Holy, nice. Good flip off the top. Good top deck. Cool. Yeah, we'll take the free 3 VP. Or not free, but close to it. Worked out. I suppose we didn't need the elevator, but we did need it for power on Dwarven Stronghold, which I thought I'd counted that correctly. Oh well. Alright. Dwarven Stronghold breaks. Again, nothing they can do. So that's just 4 VP solo. And then Resting Grounds. We can't move anything away anymore. Fireflexer doesn't have them in. We are winning there, so nothing they can do. That's fine though. It's a threat. Yeah, 8 VP in a turn. That's pretty normal. Okay. Next turn. This appreciates. Hmm. Interesting. What do we do? Can we go for Echo Base? The Ember Mage would be a 6 next turn. If we play Dwarven Siege, that's another 3-ish. 20. No, that would be 6 when all said and done. This would make 9. This would add 8 for 17 out of 20. And then, yeah. So next turn we can definitely do Echo Base. Probably won't get it solo, but we can at least definitely do it. And maybe Brute Champion can kick somebody off. So it's going to give itself -2. It's going to target itself to gain +2, and it has +2 from Echo Base. And then we play Dwarven Siege. Alright. Let's see. I mean, they can see this coming a mile away, but they're not particularly equipped to deal with it, actually. They can throw down Grim Fandango. Yeah, if they throw down Fandango and Mummy's Wraps, then they can control the Ember Mage before the base scores. And a theoretical second Brute Champion can't kick it off. If they broke the base exactly, it'd be 17 power. This is going to be 6. Plus another 8 is 14. This 6 power goes away, so that would just be the 8 over here and 8 over there. Ooh, interesting. Can we add any more? We can spend our future power counter for base math to work out. When we take control of the Ember Mage, it will be a 4 for us to make 9 power, but that means they need to put in extra work to break the base and still win it. Yeah, they have to win by more than the Ember Mage's power. I like this. This comes off. Dwarven Siege. Considering how things are going now, if we can get away with not using Dwarven Siege, we should. We need to win by more than 6 powers. So we need 5 plus. No, we need to win by at least 10, I think, because we lose 6, they gain 4. So yeah, we need at least 15 power there when all is said and done. See, it's Brute Champion and other stuff. So we can just move Dwarven Siege away. It will not be required. Alright. Still do this. Yeah, we need to get to 16 power. You're going to do attack. We'll do Penguin. Keep some momentum going. Put something on the forge, maybe. So it was worth a gamble from Necrorabatar because so often these guys don't have a good terminal action. It just happened to not pay off this time, which happens. Alright. Echo base scores. Penguin will play minion power 2 less top of the deck. Oh, I really, really wish that this was not restricted to power 2 or less. Gosh, that just makes no sense. Anyway, we'll still do this. This can't even destroy the monster. I guess it's just a blank 2 that gets us a future counter. We'll get future power counter. Grim Fandango will still do this. Make it close. Yep. So this goes the way that one would expect it to go. still a very close game, and obviously this opens up Pandora as a path to victory for Necro Avatar. See, I think we just start putting stuff on Pandora. Maybe we can put a Fire Flexor on the Forge. I'm not even sure we need to do that, though. Like, I think I'd rather just play the Heavy Flosser to get a Hit Popper out, hopefully. Unless this is a really good card. So we can start building up a Train with a Master. No, this is a good card. This is a really good card, but I don't think it's what we need to break Pandora. So I think we can get rid of that. To play a minion from our discard pile, we'll do Hip Popper. Put Train with a Master on the Hip Popper. We have 2 minions there, so we can power it up. And then we'll put the Hip Pop. And we're just going to put this on the Hip Popper. Put this in monster mode. Hip Popper must move. This is going to be exceedingly hard to break. We may want to go for the Underdark instead, but I think we still put stuff on the Forge at first. What does this thing do? So I think we put Master Smithy on the Forge for a draw counter. I'm not sure whether we want to do both Brute Champions in our discard pile, right? Yeah. We can do this. And then I'm not sure which action you should play. We don't necessarily need Tough Skin, not yet. You can do Fatal Frenzy. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the ability to remove the monsters, which is very, very unfortunate. Oh, we can also move Dwarven Siege if we want. I kind of think we should do that, because we're probably going to go for Underdark first. And we're definitely not doing this within the next couple turns, so... Yeah. And then we can do... I think we can do Fatal Frenzy. Or we can do Bulky Weapon. We'll do Bulky Weapon. Just have that there. I'm not necessarily doing anything yet, but there nonetheless. Oh, Mountain King. Good for you to show up. This is a card that really makes this deck sing. Over here, Hip Popper has to move. Until you train with a master. Hmm. Kind of wondering what we should do here. If we put the Fire Flexor on the Forge, it would give us a power counter probably. With no more wind techniques, I'm not sure that we can move it over, so using its ability for power. But we may not even need that. Like, I think I'd rather just do another heavy flosser and do gas dance on the forge to make even more sure that the monsters don't get kicked off. Yeah, let's get into this. And that's an okay card. Not quite sure we need it though. So I'll just do this to play another hip popper. And we'll play gas dance on the forge. Put these in monster mode. Alright. Need to move over. Hmm. Is that anywhere? Oh, that goes anywhere. Oh, disappreciated. We, hmm. Putting Mountain King on Pandora is obviously very, very risky. I think I would rather put Mountain King on the Forge. We can't play both Mountain King and Barbarian, unfortunately. Hmm. If we go for Pandora, the angle there is we sweep it out from under them before they can win with it. But that puts the score at 12. No, it puts the score at 13-13, which it might be okay, but again, it's very, very risky. Because Mountain King would be a footprint of 7, and they've got this stuff coming over. So it's at 6 power right now, but if we put Mountain King there, it's 11, 12, 13. These come over for 4 base power is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 with Train of the Master. Yeah, no, that would be stupid. The other options, we put Mountain King on the Underdark. I would so much rather have the time to play both of these, but I don't think we have the time for that. I think we have to decide which one we're doing. We could put Mountain King on the Underdark. We still haven't done anything, so we can move Dwarven Siege back to the Forge. We could. Mm, we could put Forge. We could do Forge stuff. We put Mountain King in the Underdark, and next turn these guys at +1. We can target Smash Princess with the Forge. Uh, the issue is the longer we wait, the more powerful this guy is going to get, and the harder it's going to be to break the base, which is not great. I think the plan needs to be going for Underdark, which I think means using Mountain King. Discard the Ravager. And we'll do Fatal Frenzy, I guess. Because it doesn't care where the minions are destroyed. Target Mountain King with Master Smithy. Flame Rune's good. Alright, let's see. Do these guys win? These come back over here. Train of the Master procs. Pandora kicks in. Alright, let's think here. I don't think we win yet. Lightning Technique would help with... It would help with Pandora power. But otherwise I don't think we need it yet. We can put a Fire Flexor on the Forge now for a power counter, future power counter. I mean, if they break Underdark, the score is 12-10. That is a little bit annoying. I'd much rather be not that. Okay, so what we can do is we can spread our hit poppers out, leave one of them in monster mode. Put the Fire Flexor on the Forge, because then we can use Lightning Technique to activate its power on Pandora anyway. I like that plan. Boom. Get a future power counter. And we'll plan to discard the Water Warper with the Underdark. Are there minions in our discard pile that we want back with Council of the Ancestors, or do we want to have a shot at drawing better minions? I think we want a shot at drawing better minions, so we don't play in action. This guy goes in monster mode, other guy does not. Okay, cool. This goes to the Forge. This goes to the Underdark. We have to discard a minion. This kicks in. Mountain King power. Master Smithy power. probably want to do this. Hmm. Trying to think. Yeah, we can break Underdark without putting another minion there. It loses Mountain King, but we can play Barbarian this turn, at least. Fatal Frenzy will be worth a total of 1 power. Score will be 12 to 11. It does give us the advantage on Forge at least. Yeah. So yeah, what we can do is we just play Barbarian. We play Flame Rune, and that's worth 3 power. Oh, when we play Barbarian, we get something. We'll spend our future power counter first, because we do need to spend it. And then Barbarian can give us another one. And then we use bulky weapon. Yeah, we can play the Crush Sin as well as the Barbarian, so we can make use of Master Smithy next turn. That's going to give us our 3rd future counter, which is good. Now we can use bulky weapon, destroying, let's say, Crush Sin. Yeah, draw a card, and we can put a minion power 2 or less on top of our deck. I don't know if we want to do that. Oh, we can do Earth Mage. That would actually be a good one to do. And now we still have a target for Master Smithy other than the Barbarian. This isn't going to matter. And Fatal Frenzy reacts to that destruction to give Mountain King 1 power. Cool. Underdark is going to score. No specials over here, right? Nope. Mountain Dwarves are making this close. They're not giving up so easily. Cool. It's unfortunate we didn't see this. This is a really good Barbarians card. This has to move. May as well move it back to Pandora. Now things are a little bit different. We can do Train of the Master. Do Earth Eleg. Oh no. I think that. No, is it one? Oh no, this appreciated. Yeah, this appreciated in the last turn. So yeah, we're fine. We just do Lightning Technique. Fire Flexor. And then our future power counter gives us the last power we need. And that's game number 1. Final score is going to be 12 to 16. 17. 16. 16. Let's see, do they win next turn? It would be difficult. This would be here. The hip popper would definitely also be there. Probably as this. Is that really how big it is? Yeah, it is. Wow. Let's see. Smash Princess would gain 2. I'm just going through this for ha-has. This obviously doesn't affect standings at all. We can use bulky weapon. First, we would probably want to use our power counter or something. Use bulky weapon to destroy the Barbarian. We can place Earth Mage as well. Barbarian destroyed would lead into not a whole lot would be worth that much. I mean, I guess Umber Mage would give one of the monsters -2. Yeah. Let's see, what would Runesmith grab? Is it deck or description? It's just deck. Earth Rune wouldn't matter. Yeah, no, they're not even close to winning. Alright. Well, that's game 1. I'll see you all in game 2. Let's see if Necroavatar can close out the 2-0. And it's time for game number 2. We got the same play order as last time because Mountain Barbs lost the last game. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so having this in our opening hand is going to make a big, big difference. Question is, where do we play it? Kind of inclined to say Nightmare Avenue. Although Iron Guard obviously not the best for Nightmare Avenue. Barbarians should be able to pick up the extra VPE relatively freely. Putting it in 10 by 10 room is an option. I'm not sure we want to do that because the presented minions only being playable there might end up coming back to bite us, but we can also use it as a means of just attacking that base. So I think we can just go for that. And that's it. We present a minion with 10 by 10 room. Master Smithy. Ooh, Mountain King. Awesome. We already got our in our opening hand over here. A Rave Digger is a nice thing to see in our opening hand. The hip poppers are going to allow us to kind of bypass 10 by 10 room in Central Souk if we wish. I think we definitely start with a hip popper. We can put Curse of the Vampire on it as well. It's not like that's going to do much for a little bit, but we can still do it. Alright, and I think we're going to just shoot, monsterify that. This gets a counter. You have to move it. We'll put it here. Breakpoint is obviously going up by the number of counters on Vampire. Um, I don't feel like tracking that because that's going to move around. I'll track it if it starts to matter. And we do Wind Technique and Curse the Grim. Okay. Iron Guard gets a power counter. You can put Rainbow Ravager and Battle Brew on. We can put Rainbow Ravager on Growing Rage, Nightmare Avenue. And that's actually not bad base for it anyway. Our other option is we play Mountain King there. I was kind of hoping we could play Mountain King on Central Soup, but I suppose it's not like either of them is a particularly safer. I think we just do Rainbow Ravager there, because that's going to be a better long-term plan, I think. So draw with Growing Rage. Then move this around. I still think we're going to need one more turn to set up, so we'll put this on Central Soup, plan to play Mountain King there. And I'm debating whether or not we can just play like Bulky Weapon or something. With the other Rainbow Ravager, it's not a bad idea. Because I don't think we should play Battle Brew yet. I think it's something for next turn. Yep. Draw two and present both Master Smithies. None of these are minis you really want to play on 10x10 room if we're planning to break it. This goes, we'll say, ooh, we can move that to Central Soup. And just draw two cards for free. That's kind of funny. Ooh, Zumba Lord. It's a fun menu. mm. Hmm. We should probably have some sort of permanent presence on 10x10 room. We can just put a hip hopper there, move it back and forth. No, what we can do is put Water Warper there. We can put the Water Warper on Nightmare Avenue so we don't suffer the penalty of Central Souk. We can still move them, converge these two together. So this doesn't care where the movement comes from. We'll put Gas Dance here as well, sure. And it's not like it's going to do that much. Yeah. Oh, this goes to Monster Mode as well. So we don't have to suffer the penalty of Souk. Ghoul Empire gets a counter. Hip Hopper will move at the start of the turn. Water Warper will follow it. Start of the turn, Iron Guard gets a power counter. Yeah, now we really want to put Mountain King there to stop them from farming Souk like that. And this gets us a Growing Rage card. I think we just play Battle Brew now, I think is the plan. Let's see, if this pattern continues, next turn the breakpoint's going to be 27. So I'm wondering if we play attack to put a Barbarian down there, or if we just do Battle Brew. Because if we put Barbarian down now, then we can use its ability next turn. We have Bulky Weapon to activate it. And this gets us a second Growing Rage card this turn, which is always nice. We do kind of want to lean into Swarm next turn, anyway, because we got Mountain King out. So I think I prefer that over Battle Brew. Let's see. Just thinking out loud for a minute here. The Barbarian can turn into Brute Champion next turn. And that would be +7 for 14. That would be 15. We don't have an action for next turn if we do it that way. Unless we draw one. I'm not sure if we would have the means to actually break it. Which I suppose is an argument in favor of neither of these options. Okay. Theoretically, we could still play attack next turn. We just wouldn't be able to use Barbarian for this. Yeah, considering that, I think we might still do Battle Brew. Because there are still options we can do to break 10 by 10 room. And having attack as a terminal action for next turn is probably a good idea. Yeah. And obviously we're using Mountain King's talent. I'm not going to use Bulky Weapon. Draw 2. And we present 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're good on hand size. No. No. No, that's what gets actually, what did we draw? We drew Crushton and Penguin. So that's what would get revealed with Sook. Which order was it drawn in? It was some order. What we'll do is shove them up, and that's the one that gets presented. Okay, crush them. That's fine. Oh, I mean, it's the penguin stays on top. Interesting. We're gonna draw it. It's Sook, obviously, but still. Okay. This has to move again, and we're probably going to. We're probably gonna move the water warper, so we don't have to suffer 10 by 10 room. Yeah, we can't cheese Sook again unless we put something else there, which we can do. Put like a flexor there. Put Gravedigger there. Put Gravedigger there. Put Curse of the Grim Rapper on Mountain King. Ooh, that would be mean. I like that idea. This does so many things at once. And what treasures did we get? Magic Missile Tiger Steed. The minion treasures are really good for Necro Avatar because it allows them to save more minions with wind techniques. Because if they can just leave the treasure minion behind. Put this in monster mode, of course. This gets a power counter. And of course, they'll be going here at the start of the turn. They do have the most power, so they can draw cards as Sook. And this comes off. This Iron Guard's going to gain 4 in total. I'm just going to replace it 1 with 5. And he gets 1 power from Mountain King. Just get rid of that. Hmm. Let's see. What can we do for this? I mean, if we can add the 15 power, that'd be really, really good. I'm not quite sure that we can. Just thinking out loud. Both of the Crushins in her hand, which is a little unfortunate. We can play. Hmm. We can do Crushsin into Smash Princess to move over the Rainbow Ravager, so we can also destroy that with Bulky Weapon if we want. There's no minions for us to recur that way, but that's usually what happens with the first Ravager. And this draws a bunch of cards with Growing Rage as well. How much power is that going to be? It's going to be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we need 6 more at that point. And Ember Mage would only be 5. Yeah. So close. Trying to think if there'd be anything worth more. I mean, it's possible they could just draw a better action. Like, would Fatal Frenzy do it? Oh, we can just play the second Crush Sin, of course. It loses out on a Growing Rage card draw, I think. But, I mean, that's fine. Drawing 2 cards that is still really good. Okay. Do this. Bank the play. Draw with Growing Rage. Ah, look at that. That's nice. Do this. We have to play this one here. Hmm. Yeah. I don't think that if we play the Crush Sin and the Smash Princess on Nightmare Avenue that Growing Rage to draw 2 cards, that feels not right. Anyways, these get Mountain King power. We play Smash Princess, who moves the 2 of these over. We draw with Growing Rage. Look, it's Fatal Frenzy. And yeah, we just need any 2 power minion from attack, because Mountain King will give it the last power it needs. We'll use Bulky Weapon, just because we should do attack. We should put Growing Rage here, because we're going to play another minion here. We'll play attack first, just to make sure we don't draw the second Penguin, because I think that's what we're going to play. I think that's the best minion to play when you just need a body. unless we think Ember Mage, will allow us to break Central Souk next turn. The problem is that Gas Dance is going to get buried on Central Souk, and then Mountain King can't get affected by our minions. So that's an issue. Okay, so never mind. We'll just pull a Penguin. It's got another power from Mountain King. We draw with Growing Rage. I think we do still put this on Souk. And now we can just use Bulky Weapon just to draw a card. We don't lose any power. Okay. And I think Penguin is going to plan to play the Growing Rage minion on Souk. We could put it on Nightmare Avenue. Put it on Nightmare Avenue instead to spread stuff out in case we want to. Well, no, but on the other hand, we do want two minions there because otherwise Gravedigger is going to ruin our day. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we do want to put it on Central Souk. Okay. 10 by 10 room is going to score. Losing Glampire sucks, but obviously they had to overpay a lot for that, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Penguin. It has to be hard to less, yeah. Nope. 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 Yes. Ah, well, there we go. But best of both worlds. Give Gravedigger -2, and Amber Mage can receive his own power. Draw with Growing Rage, and move it to another base. No stuff here. Yep. And we have avoided the penalties of 10 by 10 room by not needing to play our Master Smithies there. The only downside is that they've been revealed. That was a good turn, even though they had to overpay a bit. Oh, Gas Dance is obviously going to get buried on another base with an undead monster, which Mountain King is. Ooh, Northern Isles. That's always a fun base. Let's make some room. We just reveal the cards. We don't draw them, which is actually good because we probably have to discard stuff anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yes, we do have to discard one card. Are we going to be able to use Fatal Frenzy? I don't think we will. And that's 10 cards. Alright. Can these guys break Central Souk? They would like to. It's not a solo anymore, which is annoying, to say the least. Let's see, theoretically, they have I could just do Dead Jive. Start with that. Go from there. Yeah, sure. You know, actually drawing one might not be the worst thing ever, because yeah, then they can move it around and play it. But we'll discard one so we can play one monster. King Tut. put that on Central Souk. Make it harder for them to break it. Sure. Yeah, because we don't want to fall too far behind. Yeah, then we'll just play the other hip popper. Monsterify it. I'm not gonna bother tracking this, it's just gonna move away. -2 comes off, +2 goes on. Mountain King can't be affected by himself because he's an undead monster. But Ember Mage can be affected by Mountain King. Draw these guys. We can place Ember Mage or Earth Mage if we want. Let's start with that. We can again use an Ember Mage to give one of these monsters -2, which is pretty sweet. But I don't know if we can do that to add 10 power. That feels a little bit hard. That's how much we'd have to add. I am now realizing that earlier, when we played the Smash Princess, we could not have moved over the Rainbow Ravager because it was a power 3. That does change things, doesn't it? Because we had exactly enough to break the base. Oh my gosh. Okay, are we going back? Hmm. I hate this so much. Why is Smash Princess like that? That's so dumb. Wait, hold on, no. I think we can still say this because yeah, the Smash Princess could just destroy the Rainbow Ravager. The only difference is that they would draw one fewer card with growing rage. No, they draw two fewer cards, wouldn't they? Because they can't bounce it to what's it called and back to Nightmare Avenue and back. Okay, yeah. So the base break still is fine, thank goodness. But yeah, they can play a thing on they can play Growing Rage on. They can get a card draw from Growing Rage on Nightmare Alley, and then they can't get the second draw from 10 by 10 room, so they would just be transferring it away for Penguin to hit. and they wouldn't be able to use bulky weapon to get across. So they lose 3 cards drawn. What 3 cards were those? I think it was these 3. No, it was these 3. Where should those be? No, the Earth Mage is one of them. Okay, that makes this annoying. We're fine, we're fine. But yeah, these 2 are definitely some of them. We're just gonna have to shuffle the deck afterward, I think. It was those 2, and it was, I think, the Iron Guard that they should not have right now. Okay, now we're fine. Okay. Anyway, now we don't have nearly as much capacity to break Central Souk, which I guess just means that we're farming Growing Rage for draw, which, to be honest, is okay. I think we can live with this outcome, especially since we can play the second Growing Rage and really start farming draw. Yeah, we can live with this. We're okay. Definitely play a Barbarian. We will make up those cards drawn very quickly. I think for safety, we put these on Northern Isles, because it seems likely that they're going to be able to break this at some point. Like, they've got so many tools to manipulate this stuff. I do have to remember we have the Master Smithies, but we can play that one of those like next turn or something. Yeah. Okay. Central Souk reveals cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're good. Ember Mage power goes away. Okay. Yep. Alright. Can they break it? Oh, hip pepper's gotta go away. Let's see he goes to Northern Isles for the breakpoint reduction. Let's see here. We don't have tools to take out the King Tut. So we'd have to actually add 13 power. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. So what we can do instead is we just play the Water Worker. Maybe play it on Nightmare Avenue. We could play Zumba Lord as well. I don't know what exactly we would do with Zumba Lord, but we can still do it. We can also play Dead. We can also start with Dead Jive again. I don't think we necessarily need to train with a master, unless we want to start powering up this hip popper, which we could do. We could easily do that. Okay, so yeah, we're not breaking Souk this turn, so we're gonna put this on Avenue. The fact that they've got a Barbarian there means I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to put anything too big on Nightmare Avenue. Hmm. What do we have stored here? Oh, no. Tiger Steed, Magic Missile. Hmm. Nothing too fancy. We can use it to take out a lot of minions potentially. We could do some damage, we'll see. Yeah. Just put a water warper or an earth elevator over a nightmare right now. Or we can do dead jive. Potentially, could we swing Central Souk? Uh, Grim Rapper and Rave Digger would be taking out Mountain King, which is -5, and another -1 for each of the other minions there. That by itself is pretty good. And then we've got both Magic Missile and Tiger Steed, which could hit probably twos. So that's -7, 9, 11, and -1 for each other minion there. Whew, that's a lot. So I think we can just do that. So maybe, ooh, we can put a Fire Flexor there as well. Oh man. And the only thing with putting Fire Flexor there is that we would lose card draw. It would also deny them card draw though. So, and if they break it, then it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. See, I think we bait them. And we have a win technique to escape if we so desire. If we have the ability to win without that, or if we decide that we can't swing it, or if we decide that we can swing it so much that we can move the other minion away. Like that would be impressive, but it could work. We'll see. Yeah, we'll still do Dead Jive. Draw that. I like this card, usually. The prospect of using it to know you, Barbarian, is interesting, but we don't have the means to destroy it unless we have, unless we, unless we somehow manage to break Nightmare Avenue or Central Souk. But then we'd be using Fireflex to destroy the Barbarian. Yeah, that's just not worth it. Play another monster. We could do Poultrygeist on Northern Isles, reduce the breakpoints everywhere else. And we can also just put in a Nightmare. That'd be fine. And we're not going to put the Hip Hopper in Monster Mode so that it can receive Fire Flexor power. Alright. Reveal a Central Souk. Oh, that would have been so nice. Well, what minions do they have in the discard? They don't have great minions in the discard anyway. Yeah, it's okay. This goes over. They don't draw these. They just put them back. Mountain King power kicks in. This is really, really threatening, and they don't even know what's under Curse the Grim Rapper. Yeah, if they're not careful, then this could go really bad really quickly. Like getting soloed bad. As far as they know. They don't even know that there's 2 destruction treasures under here. that can. These guys can take out a total of 4 minions if Mountain Barbarians go for it. Like that's insane. Oh, actually, they do draw the 2 cards because Mountain King power kicks in and they're tied, so they do have the most power. That's good. Maybe they can use Master Smithy to pull a no you on what Necroavatar was doing earlier, assuming that the base doesn't break. Let's see. We can also, at some point, we can use attack to pull a Smash Princess and activate this Barbarian. Like we could just go for Central Souk anyway, or we could also go for like Northern Isles or something. Go for some other base. Just get VP while we can, and not worry about Central Souk right now. Because it would seem stupid to go into this intentionally. Not when we have other things we can do anyway. We just use Mountain King to farm other stuff, I think. This guy's got +1. If we play it, that'd just be one of your other minions there, right? With Smash Princess? Okay, another minion there. So we have to play something else first. Like, I don't know, the Rainbow Ravager? Hmm. I'm just trying to think if there's a way for us to get multiple uses out of the Growing Rages this turn. Oh, we also have a Holy Rune. We might be able to manage to use all 3 returns on that this turn. If we pull a Brute Champion, destroy one of our own minions, it can be the Rainbow Ravager. For no net loss of power, we would probably still need the power from the Hip Popper. Hmm. Yeah, we can try. Set these to the other side for now. Let's just start with Can We Break Northern Isles? Or maybe even Nightmare Avenue? I think if we go for Nightmare Avenue, we're not getting any card draw from our Growing Rages, and that's just so important that we draw cards. So I think it'll be okay. Like we'd be up 8-4. I think we'd be okay. Probably. Yeah. Just play Rainbow Ravager, draw 2. Cool. Put these on Nightmare. Then we play Holy Rune. Gives us an extra action. Which will be attack. Fortunately, we did not draw the second Smash Princess. We will destroy one of our minions to place 2 power counters on another minion here. Barbarian. You get 2. We will pull out a Brute Champion. No, this is also going to get returned by Holy Rune. It actually would be a solo if we can score it. But those are going to be a little bit short. We can also kill the Ember Mage instead. That's a little bit risky in case Central Souk breaks, but it would make it slightly harder to do that. And we wouldn't suffer Central Souk penalties, which at this point does kind of matter. I'm just wondering if... let's see. Played our normal minion, played our normal action. We could have played a second Master Smithy instead. Oh yeah, what we can do is play a second Master Smithy instead of Rainbow Ravager. Because then we can use it to protect Mountain King. Yeah, we can use that to protect Mountain King. And it'll still have all of this stuff. Yeah, I like this. Use Brute Champion to destroy one of our minions. That'll get returned. We can play the Ember Mage. Should we be moving Growing Rages to Central Souk if this is our plan? Pulverize is going to allow this to be a solo, which is awesome. Should this be our plan? No, because the Master Smithy is only protecting Mountain King for 1 turn. So we'll just play Penguin. And I'm not going to bother calculating the Northern Isles breakpoint reduction because it's going away. Alrighty. Northern Isles is going to score. Pulverize will take out the Hip Popper. And that's it, I think. Yeah. And Holy Rune will use its last stasis counter to take back the Brute Champion. Alright. We do draw cards because we don't have the most power on Central Souk. We do have to discard. This goes to the discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Discard 3 cards. Wow. All these cards are nice. I like all these cards. Maybe we don't need Runesmith at this point. Maybe we don't need both Barbarians? I don't know about that. Maybe we don't need the second Rainbow Ravager? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nah, we can get rid of one of the Barbarians, I think. Even though we pulled it back with Holy Rune. It just kind of is what it is. Couldn't have known this is what we're going to draw. I like all the rest of these. Okay, next turn, our plan is to play the second Master Smithy to continue protecting Mountain King. Hmm. What else are we getting rid of? It's tough. Maybe Portal Rune. Yeah, the Portal Rune helps the Growing Rages get value. Ah, we don't need both Flame Runes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. These guys draw 2 from Sook. Not being able to kick off Mountain King is kind of annoying when they're down this much. That should be 23. Yeah, they're gonna have to pull some stuff out of their butt, I think. Pull a chain score off. They need to find Oong. We haven't seen Oong at all. They can use late arrest to just score Central Sook. But we don't have any big minions. We could just wait a turn, but then the other Master Smithy's gonna land, you know? Okay, maybe we prep for a big a big score with the Earth Elevator in preparation for Oong. Yeah. Okay, we'll look at cards with very large telescope. Bury the second. They'll bury the fire. Bottom deck the fire flexor. And then I guess we can do. No, we don't want to do Train of the Master yet. We want to wait for Oong for that. We've got both of them. Maybe just don't play in action. Maybe just don't play in action. And we reveal cards with Sook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This wears off. Protection. And to be clear, I don't think that Master Smithy is affecting Mountain King because it's not giving him an ability. So Gas Dance doesn't apply. Anyway, I think we're going to play Master Smithy on Nightmare Avenue. Unless I think we can just go for Central Sook. And again, we don't know that these are really good removal treasures. So it's very possible that they can just walk into this anyway. If they did go for this, it would be with Earth Mage. Because as far as they know, they can destroy 2 of their minions. They don't know about these. If we did Earth Mage for free, they'd be able to draw 2 cards if they do this. If and only if they do this. Then they can do Brute Champ. Brute Champ would actually guarantee that they can get VP even if there's more shenaniganry over here. It would. So maybe we do that. Sure. Just to make sure. The Brute Champion would add 7 power for 23, and then I guess Flame Rune would give the last power. And we can put it on Earth Mage so that there's nothing that the Fire Flexor can do, because they'd all be... Oh, it's equal. Yeah, it still would. Flame Rune would make 19 power, and then we need 6 more. Yeah, just throw Brute Champion on them, that's fine. Sure. So yeah, we'll go with this. Draw 2 with Central Souk. Yeah. Does that make it better? No, I think we just saved the Earth Mage. I don't think we need to be fancy. Do what we know works. And we play Flame Rune. Give him 3 power. Because he has gained power this turn. And he was in play at the start of the turn. And we have Tough Skin to get Mountain King back. That's awesome. Yeah, this is looking really, really good for them. Okay. Yeah. Central Souk scores. What are these guys going to do? Something they can do is just move King Tut away. They can also obviously play the treasures, which they'll probably be doing. And then Gravedigger can move away King Tut. Yeah, and there's nothing that the Fire Flexor can do, unfortunately. We can move somebody away. We can move somebody away with Wooden Technique. We can also bury Gas Dance, which coincidentally gives Mountain King his power back. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth it to save the body. I'm not sure. I think they have to hedge their bets. Yeah, and we'll move Fire Flexor. Oh, you know what? No, we can destroy King Tut with Fire Flexor to still get value out of Fire Flexor's ability. So yeah, we'll do that. And we get a treasure out of it, which is good. 2 treasures. And we get 4 power counters. Yeah. Let's see. What treasures do they get? Chains of Bloody Dismemberment. Okay. Well, okay, that means they'll be able to break VLT next turn, probably. I'm looking at this. They would want to play an Avatar minion. And they can do that with Heavy Flosser. I'm just wondering if they need Fire Flexor there as well. Because if they can double score something, that would be a big help. That'd help them get back in the game. Earth Elevator is obviously going to make that quite a bit easier. And later rest. If they don't move the Fire Flexor over, they can play Heavy Flosser for 13, 15. Crossbow would be 19. Like, they've got Last Dance, or Gas Dance, but that doesn't add power. No, I think they do need the Fire Flexor. So they will do one wind tick. Where did the wind? Oh, they right, because I took this back. I took this back and we moved King Tut back over. Yeah, wind technique. Oh, no, what? What did I play the wind technique? When did I play the wind technique? I didn't play it earlier than this. I know we had one. Maybe it was just trying to decide who to move over. Yeah, I must have been trying to decide who was moving over. But now we know who's moving over. It's the Fire Flexor. Okay. Oh, that was a mess. I guess we can still axe Mountain King. Stick out our tongue a little bit. Yeah, we don't have a 4 for later rest to play. Even if we wanted to kill King Tut with later rest. Oh wait, no, we used a Grave Digger to destroy King Tut. That's fine. Yeah. All good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gotta discard a card again. How did that happen? I'm almost wondering if we don't need Tough Skin. Because it's starting to look like the game's almost over. We should probably still not do that. Get rid of Dwarven Siege. It's basically the same speed as Battle Brew and same output. Okay. Uncover this. We don't draw these. We can look with very large telescope though. Now we burn Earth Elevator. We've got the crossbow. Earth Elevator can reduce a breakpoint by 7. Would that be enough to break Nightmare Avenue? That breakpoint's going to go down to 14. We can move the elevator over for 7. A water warper can follow it. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. This definitely works with crossbow. We can double score very large telescope and Nightmare Avenue to get 8 VP. Yeah, I don't think we can do any better than that, but that's already very good. So I think we can settle for that. If we just play the Water Warper, that's 16 plus another 6 is 22. Okay, so we don't need to play the Heavy Flosser. That's good. And just do this. Crossbow. And then very large telescope scores. Earth Elevator reduces the breakpoint by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brings down to 14. We don't have the second wind technique because we need to draw it. Is there a way for us to draw a card? Doesn't look like it. Nice. Great. Okay, so maybe hold off. Instead of doing that, we wait one turn. And we've got magic missile there, so like it wouldn't be the easiest for them to get presents there. As long as we what are we trying to do now? What are we trying to do now? There's no minion we can play with a later rest to draw a card, right? No, it doesn't look like it. Eesh. Hmm. Hmm. Play Zumba Lord. I don't know that necessarily we would want to use Zumba Lord's talent, but we can play Zumba Lord. This goes back up. Hmm. Hmm. Now we know what's on top. It is the wind technique, yeah. So we don't really need to play the heavy flosser. We can just, yeah, we'll just play Zumba Lord. Give the Earth Elevator the chainsaw. And say that makes it more likely that these guys can hop on. Hmm. Let's think here. If they hop on, we don't. That's kind of an argument in favor of playing a Water Warper. Yeah, because we'll need a minion. Well, I think we need the 2 power because this is still gonna be a 7. Let's say put the chainsaw down. This brings this breakpoint down to, when all said and done, it'll be 12. Yes, 12. And this is 9. That's 10, 11. And that can be the 13. Yeah. So this is primed to solo Nightmare Avenue. Okay. Let's see. Can these guys win? Oh, pumpkin patch. Yep. Okay. Can we get presents on both of those bases? Because that would. Well, can they break pumpkin patch if they do it that way? It's a good question. This is a 9. Brings this breakpoint down to 15. And then wind technique brings it over, and that would be 3 plus 10 is 13 power. So yeah, they can't do that without our help. Actually, no, they could later rest. Water Warper. Yeah, so we need presence on every base to make sure we don't get we don't get soloed once. If we do that, I don't think we can get presence in every base. So I think we just, oh, okay. Can we actually like win on very large telescope? That seems hard, especially with the fire flexor there. We probably want we probably want VP from very large telescope because if they get 8 VP solo, that's 11 to 12 as opposed to 11 to 14. I think we want that lead. So we'll put Master Smithy here. That does break the base though. It gives them tempo advantage. We can play Ember Mage to prevent the base from breaking. Cheeky. Now, do we want our card draw from Growing Rage? Do we not care? Oh, well, how are we playing the Ember Mage? That's a good question. Yeah, that is a good question, huh? If we play the Brute Champ and take out Tiger Steed, that's only a net of 3. Yeah, there we go. Now that base doesn't break. We don't want it to break because if it breaks, they can double score something. And this has the added benefit of them needing to put more into stuff that they need to leave behind. Yeah. And we can do Battle Brew because we got an Earth Mage to fall back on. Yeah, we should place the Earth Mage anyway this turn. Force them to go to Pumpkin Patch if they want their solo VP. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. I think it's going to take us a couple turns. So instead of playing Battle Blue and play Tough Skin, get back. What's it called? Mountain King? And we don't draw from Growing Rage because it's not actually played. Yep, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess we could have very large telescope. I don't think it matters that much though. These guys, it does kind of matter for. Avatar mode. Avatar mode would be a really good card to get to, but I don't think they can get to it. Bottom deck Grim Fandango as a start. There's no way for them to draw 2 cards. Yeah, they're just gonna have to do this double score and hope that they can get stuff to pay off. Because I don't think they can if they could triple score, that would be great. I don't think the math works out for that, though. I mean, if they can triple score, they probably win the game, I think. Because this would make it 14. VLT makes it 14 to 7. Pumpkin Patch makes it 14 to 11. Yeah, no, a triple score wouldn't win the game. They would need a quadruple score, which, yeah, that's not happening with that avatar mode. See, they gotta settle for a double. What's the best way to do the double? Best way to do it is the one where they don't have to use wind technique, I think. That way seems difficult. That seems very difficult. The upside of it is that it means that we don't have to worry about our power there. The downside of it is we don't get to use Earth Elevator's power on Pumpkin Patch. So that way probably just doesn't work. Yeah, we won't have to use later rest at least. We're probably using crossbow this turn though. Hmm. We can also use heavy floss. We know what this is, right? Yeah. We can get rid of that to play a water warper from our discard pile. And that will allow us to both win on VLT and score Pumpkin Patch. It's not the worst thing to do, and then we still have our action play. What are we doing with our action play, huh? We don't have great things to do with that, other than just doing crossbow. Could we? Ooh, that would be strange. Could we break Nightmare Avenue while using Magic Missile to kick off the Earth Mage? That seems very, very difficult. Yeah, that seems basically impossible. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way for that to work. Because we would need to use wind technique to move the Earth elevator over. Yeah, no, that's just not gonna work. I want to use crossbow to end the game. I don't think we need to use it right now, so I guess we just don't play in action because all of our minions are going away. We don't want to. Okay, the thing about Council of the Ancestors is that it would get back some minions from in here, and hmm, hmm. We don't necessarily need Oong at this point if we're just gonna win on one more base break. Yeah. So we could play Council of the Ancestors. Yeah. And focus hard on winning the last base. Specials and whatever. Sure. And we've got crossbow to win in our turn. Alright, so we'll do Heavy Flosser, get rid of this. Play the Water Warper. And we can use Council of the Ancestors. We can also use Council of the Ancestors before we play Heavy Flosser if we still want to draw Bond of Friendship. Which... No, I think power is more important. Maybe we just get that Gravedigger, though. Hip Poppers are nice for stalling. Yeah, it is possible that we'll need those as well. But we can also play them with later rest. And in fact, it might be better for us to play later rest now. We'll just get the Hip Popper out. I think we still do this. Okay. Very large telescope bricks. Earth elevator is power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reduce the breakpoint over here to 15. We play wind technique to move the Earth elevator over. Oh, did I miscount this again? Oh, no, I didn't, because Pumpkin Patch is going to give them power. The Water Warper follows. Okay, no, we're fine. Okay. And they'll still win the space, because Pulverize isn't in play anymore. Cool. And yeah, we'll hold off on later rest until we resolve this score. There's nowhere for old gas dance. Yeah, we can put gas dance here, actually. Ooh, Daybreak Tavern. That could come in handy. Pumpkin Patch scores. Now I think we do later rest. A Poultrygeist. Get one treasure, one treasure. That would be nice to be able to play right now. Oh. Let me play a Hip Popper. Okay. And there's nothing for the Earth Elevator to do. So we just get our 4 VP. Yeah, this isn't completely lost yet, but they need another solo. In fairness, that is not impossible. It's just going to be very difficult. Especially with Winter's Redoubt. Okay, Hip Popper's got to move. It'll move to Daybreak. No, it'll move to Winter's Redoubt because we want to be at Daybreak on our turn. Yeah, I think the play for them is going to be stacking up a bunch of Necrodancer minions, the crossbow. These guys just need to spread out. And in fairness, it's not impossible for them to get soloed, but they've got Portal Rune to make this even easier for them, so I think they'll be okay. We've used both Earth Mages, right? Oh, it only has one. Okay, that means that if we box something with Daybreak Tavern, we have a really, really good chance to draw the last Earth Mage, and that gets us a minion on every base this turn. Yeah, we can box an Iron Guard for that. Oh, oh, that didn't miscount. Well, we want the minion on Daybreak anyway. One? Oh, and the other one's right there. Right. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. It's still okay to do that. We just do Mountain King here. Do Mountain King there, and that's going to be really, really hard to remove. We just, yeah, in Winter's Redoubt, we'll discard our last minion to get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Assuming we don't play an action. If we don't play an action, then we're guaranteed presence in every base at the end of this turn. I think that's worth it. Unless we've got a card that directly draws a card. Ancient Archives. How does this work with a deck less than 5 cards? I guess we would shuffle our deck. We look at this card, shuffle our deck, look at 4 more from the bottom. Okay. With 9 cards in hand, we want to be able to discard a card to place a minion with Hunter's Out, which is probably going to be the Barbarian. Let's just not bother. We can just play that later. The small loss of tempo was worth it for the guaranteed presence everywhere. And discard the Barbarian, it goes to Winner's Out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. They're in trouble now. Hip Hopper's gotta move. I think, yeah, the thing about a double score is that all of the other 2 bases are linear splits, so they'd need a treble. I guess that means they're still digging for Oong. Yeah, they got a triple score to win the game. Well, no, that's actually not true. Nightmare Avenue would be a 4-2 if they can destroy minion, but the Barbarians can't. Okay, so they would just need a double score. Either way, I don't think Jetpack of Anachronism is what we need. Avatar mode. Play an Earth Elevator for sure. It's got to be there. I think we give it Avatar mode. No, we give it Train of the Master first. They've got the slightest chance ever. Put this in monster mode. Draw 2. Oh, there he is. He's arrived. Hip Hopper's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hip Hopper's got to move. He'll move to Nightmare. Mountain King power kicks in. What do we got? We can use Smash Princess to activate the Barbarian. Yeah, if we can just break Daybreak Tavern this turn, we're good. I don't think we're going to need Earth Runes, so I'm just use that. Okay. Ooh, Earth Mage. Yippee! Play that for free. Yeah, then we can do Smash Princess to activate the Barbarian. And we'll just, yeah, grab a brute. Didn't even need our action play, which I suppose is normal. Yeah, we don't even have a flame rune. Don't need it though. And yeah, nothing these guys can do. Final score is 18 to 13. All right, that was good. I like that. Yeah, I always like it when the lower seed can at least win one game. And who knows, anything can happen with the high risk base deck in game 3. But we'll have to see. All right, and it's time for game number 3. Whoever wins this match takes the set. We've got our high risk base deck. Avatar is going first since they lost the last game. Let's get right into it. We got a pretty solid opening hand here. Zumba Lord, Fire Flexor, Heavy Flosser. Yeah, they're going to be able to do some damage pretty quickly, I think. And Wind Technique in the opening hand. That's awesome. Okay, let's address Adder Shores before we go any further. For this tournament, I am saying that they can pull anything from factions in the bag. I think we might have seen this in the first match, but just to address it again in case it gets scored. It probably will. Okay. With that in mind, I think what we could do is play Deadbeat to save that Poultrygeist from Plutonium Dragon. Thanks to Taco Thulu's Bell for providing a free monster for us. A free undead monster, more like. For us to just send wherever we want. Ooh, Dead Jive, that's good too. And this is an awful opening hand. Like, we're basically playing Earthen Mage and Flame Rune and hoping. It's extremely unlikely that we will be able to use Earthen Mage's power, and that is our only minion in hand. Having attack makes it a bit more likely that we'll be able to do something with it, but it's still kind of unlikely. Yeah, because next turn this is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the 4 here is 11. And we'd only have to add 9 power, but that still seems a little bit difficult. Yeah, we'll see. I still think it's the best move for us. Okay, so we're going to rotate this to signify that it's going to gain power. And that's it. Let's see what we draw. Ooh. Ooh. That makes it a little bit difficult. Because we might be tempted to use Mountain King as a printed 5 just to use Earth Mage's power. Dark Dimension's definitely a bad base for Mountain Dwarves as well. Just slows them down so much. Okay. Let's see. Let's do Dead Jive first. See what we're working with. Ooh, that's definitely getting drawn. I think we can afford to ditch the Fire Flexor for a monster. We already got the other one, so. Okay. King Tut. Let's just really clamp down there. Just say, no, you're not doing that. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put Zumba Lord into stasis for Dark Dimension. We don't necessarily need to play Oong yet. We want to wait until we get an Earth Elevator or something. So yeah, we're going to put Zumba Lord into stasis with Dark Dimension. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we're not breaking that. So I guess we can just put Mountain King on Takathu's bell. Uh, But yeah, we're not breaking through this very easily. I think we need to retreat. Not, we do not attack, we retreat. I'm just wondering whether we put Mountain King on Takathu's bell or on Outer Shores. Since we haven't seen Growing Rages yet, it might be best for us to put it on Takathu's bell, because the madness might actually help. And then I think I'm not sure if we should do Battle Brew or not. Hmm. Oh, oops. Because next turn that would be 9. Yeah, it's not any closer. Just put bulky weapon on Mountain King, I guess. It's not too impressive, but oh well. Okay. Oh, Runesmith. That's good to see early in the game. That can grab us Growing Rage if we really, really need it. We might really, really need it. Alright, this power goes away. Let's move these. Stasis counter comes off in here. Yeah, we can just put him here. Heavy flossers aren't going to do anything. We don't have minions to play or minions to destroy unless we're going to destroy the Poltergeist. Well, let's think. If we kill King Tut with the Heavy Flosser, no, kill the Poltergeist with the Heavy Flosser and move away King Tut, that's back down to 18. That would be 9 out of 18. That's not going to work. Let's play Grim Fandango. It's not the worst thing ever. Maybe we can move King Tut over to Takatulu. Just really stick it to him. Because it's not likely that they'll be able to break that without the Earth Mage's power. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. Ooh, the other did jive. Nice. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't play a minion. I should definitely do that. Yeah, there you go. Mountain King kicks in. Let's see, Flame Rune brings us to 10. Rainbow Ravager. Rainbow Ravager is tricky because it will get destroyed at the end of their next turn. We won't get to use bulky weapon with it. So if we did that, we'd have to do it immediately and activate the power, which kind of defeats the purpose. So I think I prefer... yeah. Let's think. Ravager on Outer Shores? Ravager on Dark Dimension? Since we have attack, we have the ability to pull Smash Princess to use it with Mountain King. Wouldn't get to use bulky weapon for it, but that's fine, I think. And then next turn, let's see, that would be... how much would that be? It would be 10, 13, 15, 18 with Battle Brew. Oh yeah, sure. So let's put that into Dark Dimension Stasis. And then we'll do Battle Brew as well. Unless I really think that they're gonna be able to double score something. I don't think that's likely though. Yeah, I think we're okay. It would be really nice to see Growing Rage though. Okay. These guys. Yeah, Plutonium Dragon doesn't destroy anything, we're good. Oh, this goes away as well. Okay. So let's see. We could pull King Tut back and that'd be a 19. We'd have to add 10 power. Seems difficult. I'm gonna save Oong for when we have an Earth Elevator. Because then it becomes a real Wrecking Ball. We also need a few Water Warp or Silly behind end bases, but we'll get to that eventually. Hmm. Hmm. We can use Blood Bending with Zumba Lord to just destroy a Theorless, which is not a terrible idea necessarily. I think with this stuff dropping out of stasis, we want to push them more in the direction of scoring Takatulu, because that's going to waste Mountain King instead of just getting rid of this stuff over here. So what we could do is move the Poultrygeist. No, we can pull King Tut over to Outer Shores. And then what are we playing this turn? Play a Hip Popper? Hip Poppers basically need to bounce between these two bases, because Plutonium Dragon would take them out otherwise. Maybe just start with the other Dead Jive. Yeah. Ooh. Those are both good. Could just be drawing both of those. Those are both quite good. Yeah, we could put the Earth elevator into stasis. Or we can put it on Takatulu's bell. I kind of wanted a target for the Fire Flexor to destroy. Uh, which means we should leave. No, we can bring King Tut over there. We want a target for the Fire Flexor so we can put power counters on Oong. What we could do is put Oong on Outer Shores. Pull King Tut in. Sure. Then Oong has to move away. Do you have to remember that Oong can't move to bases that entered play that turn? So he does kind of max out a little bit. Well, honestly, I don't know why he needs that restriction. Still though, what are we thinking here? If we had one of our curse cards, then we could curse Mountain King again. That would be nice with Grim Fandango there. Yeah, I don't think giving them the VP that easy is a good idea. I think we should just put an Earth Elevator somewhere. Oh no, we'd want to be putting Oong down somewhere if that was the case. Give Oong the power from Fire Flexor. I just don't necessarily know that I want to make it 14 power out of 19 breakpoint. It seems unwise. Alright, so maybe we put down Oong on Takatulu's Bell and leave the monsters where they are. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Because we could always draw a curse card to put on Mountain King. And 14 out of 23 is a lot safer than 14 out of 19. Especially with Grim Fandango here. In fact, if we really wanted to, what we could end up doing eventually is move Oong away with his ability. Grim Fandango steals King Tut, and then we move Grim Fandango away with Wind Technique. We'll see though. Yeah, just leave the monsters where they are. I could Zumba Lord something. I don't feel like that though. I don't think we need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And look at that. Awesome. Stasis counters come off of these. Going for Outer Shores with Fireflux or Oong out is a little strange. Oh, Mountain King kicks in as well. But I don't want to lose Mountain King. And then again, I'm probably losing him anyway. Whether I break Takatulu's Bell or not. Okay, so the perspective that we should be having is these two bases are probably scoring in the next two player turns. So we should take the 4-2 instead of the 3-2. Even though the 3-2 does have an extra reward, I think just getting VP fast is going to be very important this game with Oong out this early. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll put the power counters on Mountain King. This can go away, doesn't matter. Rainbow Ravager has to go here. And we need 6 more, which is perfect for Smash Princess. We do want to be winning by more than 4, but that does win by more than 4, so. Then we can put down Master Smithy into stasis, I guess. Or the Barbarian. They're both equally slow to do things, so. Yeah. No, I'll just do this. Okay, so we get 5 power counters total, 3 from the Ravager and 2 from Smash Princess. Hello. Thank you. Do we have a minion in our discard pile? We do not. No, always seems to be what happens. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, we just put the Master Smithy into stasis. Yep. Now we do Takufu's Bell scoring. Oong will definitely move away. Grim Fandango will definitely take control of King Tut. Unless we really want the madness early, but I don't think that's going to matter. What else can we do? We can do Wind Technique to move away Grim Fandango. If we put him on Outer Shores, then if we put him on Outer Shores, that's 11. We can move away the Poltergeist. Kind of want to play an Earth Elevator so that Oong can receive its ability. And we can start doing stuff, you know? But maybe we need one more turn for that. To play the Water Warper as well. So maybe we don't need Grim Fandango. On the other hand, though, if we do move away Grim Fandango, we can make Outer Shores a solo. In which case, we should probably just be moving Oong to Outer Shores. Make that score easier. Because we can just move him to Dark Dimension later. Yeah, I think I like that. And we can do Wind Technique to move Grim Fandango away. And he has already secured his replacement, so we're fine in that regard. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There's 1, 2. Oh, I have to discard a card. I'll get rid of Fatal Frenzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Madness to dole out. They get 4 of it. I get 3 of it. Yeah, bulk weapon, no point never using that. Actually, hold on. What's that? Oh, we can get back the Rainbow Ravager that way. That might be worth. That might be mega worth, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Ooh, Walking Hut. It's a fun one. Then we draw. Let me draw. I'm gonna move the madness to the other side of the hand. Okay. And they're good in hand size. This goes away. Hmm. Hmm. We just need 3 more power to score Outer Shores. That can be an Earth Elevator if we so choose. If we play Curse the Grim Rapper, we can solo Outer Shores. Deadbeat has been very good. It's done quite a bit this game. Yeah, we wouldn't get control of the Flame Rune, so I think we can just get rid of it. That's fine. Just trying to think, is there a way we can start building up Oong's power snowball right now? Yeah. We can play a Water Warper and play Train with a Master, but then we're just giving them 2 VP. Is that okay? That might be okay. Hmm. Hmm. We can just play Heavy Flosser. What cards do we have in our discard pile? Sure, we can play Heavy Flosser and I can play the Water Warper as well. And break the base. Sure, I like that idea. Yeah, we don't want to discard that anyway. Move the Poultrygeist away to, let's say, Dark Dimension. And then we'll play Curse the Grim Rapper. We got the Chainsaw and the Chest of Holding. Yeah, okay, not bad. Stick those on Oong. Alright, sure. Outer Shores is going to score. Grim Fandango. Well, we're just going to get... Oh, we'll do Grim Rapper first, of course. Play both of these on Oong. +2, +1 for each treasure. Total +4. Then Grim Fandango will destroy this. Oong will move away. And the Water Warper will follow. And I don't think there's anything else we can do. No, it doesn't look like it. I get 3 VP from Outer Shores, and they can choose a faction to draw actions from. What do they want? Boxers could be nice in order to get some power boosts. I don't think we need Brewers. Eh, no, no, no. Just no. Definitely not. Because they hit Sunlight Warrior, that's nice from Dark Souls, but like, nothing else is. No, no, I don't think so anyway. Nah, I don't think I need that. What would they be looking for? If it's just raw power and potentially after scoring movement, then it's just boxers. Boxers are definitely a good pull for Outer Shores. Yeah, I don't want to think about this too much. Let's just do boxers. We get 3 actions. Knockout. Okay, not bad. Okay. Ooh, Flying Tavern. That's a fun base. I gotta discard some stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can get rid of this. Get rid of 1 madness. What should the last one we get rid of be? I'm sort of inclined to say Second Madness. Yeah, I think they're gonna win in such meteoric fashion that it's just not gonna matter. But they lose 1 VP at the end of the game. We'll see though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This counter comes off. I'll definitely be playing that. Yeah, we can control stuff on flying. We can control Flying Tavern at least. That'll help a little bit. Do Crush Sin and a Barbarian. Master Smithy. We'll give Crush Sin power next turn. And we can just play Madness for card draw. I think we need it. Cool. Yeah, not much they can do. Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright. They do need to control Flying Tavern. I don't necessarily want to give up a VP for that. How can they do that? They have another Water Warper in the discard pile? They do not. Hmm. We don't have another Water Warper in hand to play. Kind of wish there was a... Well, let's think here. Yeah, we do need to swap it out. How many VP do we need to win? 10? If we lose... We can only afford to lose Flying Tavern. We would need to win both Dark Dimension and Walking Hut if we want to win this turn. Do we have any 2s in our discard? We should. And yet we don't. Hmm. If we Haymaker to give Oong 5 power, we can just play... How big would he be? Let's start there. He would be 4, 9, plus 5 is 14. We could go to Walking Hut and get that solo at least. Yeah, assuming we put down a 4 there. We have 14. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that just works. Yeah, we don't even need the Earth Elevator. Okay, so we just put down the Gravedigger, play Haymaker. We'll just discard 5 cards from our deck. Hey, you had a Water Worker. Nice. That's 3, I think. 3, 4, 5. And we give Oong 5 power. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we start scoring Dark Dimension. There's a tie in Flying Tavern, so nobody can swap it. Oong will move. Oong will move to another base. The water. Oh, actually, no, before we do that, hold on one sec. Before we do that, we'll play Later Rest, just because we can. Destroy the Poultrygeist. And play a Water Warper. I suppose it gets us a treasure as well. Okay. And then moves over. Water Warpers follow. Dark Dimension. I don't think they've got any. Yeah, they don't have anything. 9, 6. Walking Hut scores. Oong can move to Flying Tavern specifically, and again, nobody can swap it because there's a tie there. 1 Water Warper can follow. And that's a 4 VP solo. And now Flying Tavern scores. Oong can't move because the other base have entered play this turn, but I don't think that matters. 16 to 8. Boom. That's game. And that's that. And that's the set. Necro Avatar moves on. Mountain Barbarians will drop down to the losers bracket. And now we have exactly 1 more match in the first round. That's exciting. I will see you all there.